casement, window casement here, is all steel. It's about a 1/2 inch thick on each side, so we had to get in there and get those cut them out of the steel frame. And we dropped it out, then we had the window frames sandblasted, then we had them primed. Then we took the glass, what original panes of glass that we could say we numbered them per opening. See, these are not original in this particular window. The original glass they had laid up on oil, so you can tell the ripple in the glass, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a perfectly flat piece of glass. So anyways, then we glazed them in, the new pieces of glass, with this soft compound glazing that's underneath this paint right here on the outside edges. Then once we had the glass glazed in, and there's a little metal clip that holds them in before the glazing goes on. Then we painted them. Then we took all the hardware and the brass fasteners and we cleaned those up with a walnut media, a glass media made of walnut. The original surface of the brass hinges and the brass handle. And the doors are going to be done the same way. Any existing door, we're basically bringing it down to the existing material and just building it back up with the same type of primers and paint, and glazing, hardware. If we can't find the hardware, we're going to make it.
That's amazing.
A little time consuming, but you know, it gets it back to the original look. Unless we can find something that's real close, you know what I mean? Here, this is just a primer. It's a zinc primer. This is going to get a finish coat of bite, a banding of black. Then, like I said, I believe the insides of these windows will be that historical green. There's expansion joint in here that keeps the structure from binding up. We're going to put a new filler in there. Then on the outside perimeter, all this existing angle iron handrail and cabling, that's coming down. And then we got a historical poles that will be inset into sleeves about an inch or 1.5 feet from the outside perimeter, and an all new chain. That's pretty much complete up top, except for mounting the flag. You can see the flagpole that we had fabricated, and up at the very top, the top of the dome there is red, and then coming down that gutter work, that's all brass. It was painted. It was painted when we got up there, and we started exposing it. And there's our faithful foghorn that we've thrown away. We exposed the brass and decided that we keep it what it originally was, and so we just polished that. Try to get some kind of a seal on it to maintain it. I don't know if you can see it, but that big stack up there, that was fabricated. And then you can see a completed window there too, of the green grill up there. We actually manufactured to match the existing. All that glass has been reset and glazed. Hardware has been polished. The way we're hanging the boat right now is the same way that the original lightkeepers kept their boats. They'd stay out here for a month or two at a time, so they'd just bring the boat up, swing it over, set it on the deck, and they'd strap it down, and that's where they kept it.
We hauled this flagpole from the boat all the way up to this deck by rope with 6 men. We were all dying, but then we also did the chimney, which weighs about 700-800 pounds up. 6 guys all the way up. It was hard to balance it, and then stood on this with a rope around the bell to balance it and lift it up, to arc it up, to mount it into place. One of the hardest jobs I ever did.